How does ATP depletion cause rigor mortis in muscles? Imagine a muscle that suddenly becomes stiff and unmovable. That's what happens during rigor mortis, a fascinating process that occurs after death. It all comes down to a tiny molecule called adenosine triphosphate, or ATP for short. ATP is like the energy currency of muscle cells. It powers the process that allows muscles to relax after they contract. When muscles contract, tiny protein structures called myosin heads latch onto actin filaments and pull, shortening the muscle. To relax, these myosin heads need to detach from actin, and ATP is what makes that happen. In living muscles, ATP is constantly produced through a process called aerobic respiration, which uses oxygen to generate energy. But once a person dies, oxygen supply stops. The cells can produce some ATP temporarily through anaerobic metabolism, which doesn't need oxygen, but these stores run out quickly. Without ATP, the myosin heads can't detach from actin because they're relying on ATP to releases. This causes the muscles to stay in a contracted position, leading to stiffness. Another part of the process involves calcium ions. After death, the muscle cell membranes and the sarcoplasmic reticulum, which stores calcium, break down. Calcium leaks into the muscle cells and binds to proteins on actin filaments. This promotes the formation of stable crossbridges between actin and myosin, locking the muscles in a contracted state. Since ATP is needed to break these crossbridges, their formation without ATP keeps the muscles stiff. Rigor mortis usually starts within 2 to 3 hours after death, beginning in smaller muscles like those in the face. It then spreads to larger muscles in the limbs. The stiffness peaks around 12 hours and gradually fades within 24 to 36 hours as enzymes break down muscle proteins during decomposition. This process explains why muscles become rigid after death and then relax again over time. So, in simple terms, ATP depletion causes rigor mortis because without ATP, muscles cannot relax. The myosin heads stay attached to actin, and calcium keeps the muscles contracted. This is a direct result of how muscle cells work at the cellular level, involving actin, myosin, calcium ions, and energy production. It's a clear example of how cellular chemistry influences what we see in the body after death.